Hello and welcome to this video demonstration. My name is David and I'll be showing you how to use Smartest. Um, so the first thing you want to do if you haven't done so already is register, and if you have a WeIt email address, sign up. You can sign up whilst leaving the switch on. If not, turn it off and then sign up like so. And then once you've done that, you can log in. Right, and so the first thing you see when you log in are the last three modules you've looked at, the last three conversations you've had with teachers on the platform. These are the last messages that have been sent, and here are some like links to basically find new modules and continue on with modules. So let's see what a module actually looks like. So here's like the overview page, and let's enter it. So this is a learning path type module. You just saw here, these are like usage instructions on how to interact with the module, or in this case the learning path, and it says to click on a node or relationship to show information on its contents. That's basically like a rough summary of what's inside the node or the relationship. And it says to double click on a node to open a page on its contents in a new tab. Well, it will actually load in the same page, but anyway, so we are looking at the BEAP 1 semester 2 teaching schedule module. We've broken it down into so that each node is a pair of lessons generally. So this one is not a pair, or that one, but generally they're pairs of lessons, and it goes up to the last week, which is your final exam, and then marking week. Yeah, so these blue circles are called nodes. Since it is a learning path, we actually call them steps here. So in this video, I'll just if I say like node, I probably mean step, and if I say step, I'll mean node. So you can see they can be used interchangeably, and these arrows in between show the flow of the learning path. So what node is next in the learning path, and that's enough explanation here. Let's show what happens when you double click into a node. And yeah, so this is basically a page showing you what's inside the node. So well, this part isn't. This shows a where you are in the learning path. So if we double click, you can see we go along the zigzag we saw earlier. And instead of double clicking into a node, we can also use this nice little list on the side to go where we want to go in the learning path, which is quite handy. It's like a table of contents. Scroll down, we have the description of the node or step, tags, which can be used to help find a learning path easier, and it just also shows like the general topic of the step or node. Here is any links that may have been added. So this one, in this case, links to the British English textbook. Here's a estimated amount of time it takes to get through this node. So each lesson, I believe, is 1.5 hours, so that's 3 hours total. Link materials, which we'll go through later, and this self-review feature, which is basically asking if this information helped you with your task. Like, was it helpful? If yes, put yes, submit. If no, say no. And if you feel like it, contact the author of this learning path as well below, which is this. Type in your message, choose who you want to send it to, and then click send to send your query. Right, so this is the BEAP 1 learning path. Let's go to the BEAP 2, semester 2 learning path. This isn't the actual learning path, it's more like a springboard. Um, so this is for the teaching schedule and this is for the assessment schedule. We looked at the teaching schedule for BEAP 1, so let's look at the teaching schedule for BEAP 2. Same deal here, so description, tags, resources, node list, estimated time, self-review as before. And here's the link materials. So link materials are basically they're basically like nice visual links. So as opposed to like links that will show here, they show a preview of the link material, and they're like it implies that the node you're in currently links with another learning path like directly. So if we click the link here, we will actually be taken to that learning path. And once again, let's go into a node. So let's look at a description. So this is for a node for lesson 1 to 2, and we have the task for each lesson here and your homework. And this node here is grey because the linked material has not been completed yet. So if we scroll down to the linked material, we can see that yes, we've only looked at one node. Right, so that's BEAP 1 and BEAP 2 covered. So I'll show another learning path which I think shows off Smartest features quite nicely. So let's go here and then go to here. So this is for people and places, and where to use when it's appropriate to use the word the with people and places. So let's go to the learning path that shows where it's appropriate to use. Oh, let's do that again. So single click, and we see it here. So this is a learning path explaining where it's appropriate to use the word the in British English. If we double click into a node, we now have access to all 5 other nodes, and we don't need to double click from this view. We can just single click and it will change, as you just saw. So do that again. It's changed. And yeah, and it's got quite a nice description. It shows that when referring to a place with the word of in it, we should use the word the beforehand. So if I read a sentence out, it should be I want to visit the University of London, not I want to visit University of London. You need the. Right, I've gone a bit off topic. So yeah, let's look at the learning path without that explains where you don't use the word the. So double click again, and if we read the description, it says single click into any of these surrounding nodes to view examples, and let's do that. And you see the description changes again, and it shows you where you shouldn't use the word the. So this time this one is wrong, this one's right. Right, and yes, and this is, I thought these were quite nice examples to show, uh, you know, like nice looking descriptions and such. And let's just show off this feature because it's quite nice as opposed to double clicking. That might not be as nice. You have a nice layout here that's quite familiar. Okay, so now that I've shown those two nice learning paths, I'll show the PDF export feature. So you can send a learning path that you like or want to view for offline reading to a PDF. So this is the how it will show in the PDF. Go next, and this is where you can configure the orientation, the paper size, and once you're done configuring, click download, and your new PDF will show here, and it's quite nice. So as I said, learning path here, and list of tables with the node's contents. This is the skeleton, if you will, and that's this table for each node. This should be updated. I'll have it updated by the time you're watching this, so this can be sorted out. Right, so yeah, the node title, the node description, there's no links or tags. These will probably be added in the BEAP 1 teaching schedule modules, so that's probably why they're not being put in there. And yeah, I think that's it for this presentation. So for this presentation, to summarize, I've shown you where you can sign up. I've shown you the dashboard, how to search for learning paths, and how to interact with the learning path. And just a reminder, the instructions are here. And how to send a PDF to, send a learning path to a PDF for offline viewing. Thank you for listening and watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you enjoy using Smartest.